What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. About to talk about the secret to year-round bass fishing success. And there's more of it than just one little secret. There's parts to why people have success in fishing year-round. But we're going to dive into it, and then we're going to go into the different branches of it, guys. Appreciate you watching today's video. If you have not subscribed to the channel, guys, a lot of y'all watching are not subscribed. Give me a subscribe down below. Share some ideas of different content. If this is your first time watching, I film majority of my videos on the water. Do a lot of on the water videos. We do a lot of forward-facing sonar on here. Do some videos without it. But guys, you see today, look. My boat trailer is out of commission right now. Okay, we had to order a part. I was going through some maintenance things on my trailer, and I found out something was up. And then next thing you know, we got to order a part. So it's part of it, though, guys. So check your trailers out. Okay, just make sure you check the trailer, because something here, you can't get to the lake if this dude, and then when it messes up on your way home or there, it's a problem. Okay, but guys, so there we go there. Now, guys, the biggest secret to year-round fishing. Okay, the biggest secret is time on the water. And it's not just time on the water. And I say time on the water. I've had a lot of clients lately that are more of the newer, and I say newer fishermen, been fishing 2 to 4 years. They've not been fishing that 20, 30 years or 40 years. And I've had those clients too. I got some of those guys coming up. I got one guy, and I mean, he's been fishing for 50 years. I'm excited to fish with this guy, okay? So when I do these forward-facing sonar lessons, on the water electronic lessons, I have a variety of people. And a lot of them are like, hey, you know, I don't catch fish this day or this or this. And guys, one of the biggest things is time on the water. But not just time on the water, like what body of water? Are you just fishing one lake? Or are you fishing a highland reservoir, lowland reservoir, and then a river? So how are you dividing your time up of fishing different types of water? If you're just fishing one lake, and like guys, a lake like Ouachita, for example, it's so big. There are guys that just fish it and still don't know where every stick, stump, grass is. But there are guys that have been fishing it for 30 years, and they're going to know more than I'll ever know about it, because that's all they fish. But me growing up, I fished a variety of styles of water. Typically for me in the winter, growing up, I was fishing highland reservoirs. When it became the summer, I was fishing lowland reservoirs and rivers. I used to fish the Arkansas River a lot. I haven't fished the river in a long time. But then as I got more into fishing, started fishing newer types of waters, started going to the other lakes, started going to other states. Then professional guys have experience and time on a variety of waters. Variety, okay? There are a lot of times where like you see these pros come into smaller Toyota Series events or BFLs, and they might not win, and guys are like, oh, you know, I beat that pro. Well, you fish that lake more than that pro. Okay, that just is what it is. But one thing about time on the water, guys, just to share with you, some of these young pros, these young rookies that people are giving a hard time about right now. There's been reported 2 of them last year in 2023 were on the water 320 and 330 days of the year. Put that into perspective. And they're pretty good forward-facing sonar. So not only are they on time on the water, they're on time with it. Yeah, no wonder they're catching fish. They are learning and learning. Every time you get on the water is a learning opportunity. But then, guys, let's go more into that. How are you doing your techniques? Okay? Are you just going to learn one technique and just do it the rest of your life? That's one thing that I think a lot of anglers struggle with. Anglers that I've been with, anglers that I know, they just want to go throw a jig. This time of year, like winter, I'm going to go throw a jig. They don't want to learn the crankbait. They don't want to learn hair jig. They might throw a big jig. They don't want to learn a jerkbait. They just do their one thing they have confidence in. And that also will make you a better angler, is learning different techniques for different seasonal times of the year. And depending where you go and fish, learning different techniques. That's one thing that I like to do. I always like to try to find something different and learn. Right now, I mean, there's a couple different techniques I have in my head that I want to get better at this upcoming summer. Not going to share about, because I'm trying to keep it to me to where I learn it, and then I'm going to get ready to teach you guys. So, me though, growing up, guys, I hope you're enjoying today's video. And now I'm going to share with you the boat of the week presented by Futural Marine. This boat is a 2024 Express H17 powered by a Yamaha Show VMAX 90 horsepower. Guys, the Express builds one of the finest aluminum boats on the market. And right now in the fishing industry, the aluminum boat is one of the hottest trends today in bass fishing. Many professional anglers are going towards the aluminum boats, and I know a lot of people are as well, due to the price and the affordability also with the performance that these boats give. The H17 is 17 foot long, 93 inches wide, which is approximately right over 7.5 feet. Guys, I started off my career fishing in a 17-foot boat, traveling on Lake Ouachita, and also many times would have 2 to 3 people in it. So no matter you and your needs, this is a great boat and a comfortable boat as well. Also, the Expresses, as you know, has this SeaDek foam padding. They are one of the leading innovations on the SeaDek. One thing I like about the Expresses is the all-welded construction. I have a few buddies with Expresses. I have fished in them, and man, I know for me, I like that all-welded construction because I know it's going to be durable and stay together. The H17 comes standard with a Humminbird Helix 5, also a Minn Kota 45 Edge trolling motor. Already has the 2-bank charger, but guys, if you do want to upgrade, that's not going to be a problem at all. If you'd like more information on this H17 at Futrall Marine, go down to the description, click the link that will take you to the Futrall website, and then you can go ahead and call and ask for Tony Hodge or Mason Tuberfield. Guys, I appreciate you for checking out this segment of the Boat of the Week presented by Futrall Marine. Now guys, let's get back to the video. I mean, there's been different years where one lure dominates over the other. 2 years ago, it was the big worm. Guys, I caught fish on a big worm a long time ago, but for some reason, 2 years, it was back. Crankbait. Crankbait has been a player past couple years. Last year, you guys saw, if you watched the channel, I mean, I've figured out the big spoon with forward-facing sonar. That was my kind of new thing. And each year, there's a different pattern or technique in a season that maybe you need to try to figure out. You say you want to learn. So when you go out, you try to learn. But with that too, how many days are you spending on the water? If you just spend one Saturday a month, that's 4. It's only 4 days. Since I have been full-time, there have been times I'm on the water 10 times a month, 20 times a month. February, guys, I was on the water 21 days of the 29. It's a lot of time on the water. That's one reason why I've been able to learn and grow as an angler, because of my time on the water. So if you get discouraged on a bad fishing trip, take it as a learning opportunity. Do not take it as, I'm just not a good fisherman. No, you got to take it as a learning opportunity. Me is always a challenge, just the challenge of trying to figure them out and different ways to figure them out. Like, guys, even lately on some of my past forward-facing sonar trips, it's been pretty neat to see how we're catching fish right now, because it's not how I was catching fish 2-3 years ago at times. And it's just kind of interesting because some of the lakes around here are changing. Like, there's one lake that has grass that might not have had grass when I was growing up on it, right? I'm not going to say the lake name right now, but it's cool to see these fish use the grass. And when I grew up fishing it, there was no grass, and now we're seeing it, and it's been pretty sweet, not gonna lie to you. Pretty cool. So that's one thing, guys, and you see with the professionals, I should have shared this earlier. When I first remember watching Major League Fishing on their normal style that they did, the cup events, Jacob Wheeler and some of them dudes, Jacob was one that dominated events with a buzzbait, without a skirt, and a frog on it, okay? There you go. How many of you guys caught a fish doing that? I have, you have, but guys, I never did before that. I remember watching Jacob throw this buzzbait with a toad on it and no skirt. I didn't know one guy that ever did that. And then all of a sudden, everybody did that. And I've even talked to people lately like, oh, I did that before Jacob. Oh, that's a bunch of crap. You didn't do it before Jacob. So, but now, guys, let's go back to Jacob. How many times have you seen him do that this year? Nope. He's adapted. That dude's been so successful and been fishing for so long. He adapted in what he has done as a winner. He's won All-Americans, won FLW Tour, he's won Bassmaster events. He's won BPT events. I don't think he's won a Red Crest. Has he won a Red Crest? I forgot. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, that dude's just won. But like, he is changing each year of what he's doing, winning. There's other professionals too. Dustin Canellis right now. I mean, I remember watching that guy in the Elite Series swim a swim jig. Now he's throwing a fairy wand out there at fish, okay? So you as an angler can adapt and learning, okay? So are you adapting and learning as an angler? And like I said, you don't got to try. And if you're like, Jimmy, I don't have as much time as those guys or as you, but when you do have time on the water, set like an hour out, 2 hours. I know you want to go out and try to catch fish, but set time out, put some rods on the deck to learn. Some of my guys on my forward-facing sonar trips lately, two in particular, they said, we're about to go out and do this for a whole day. We're just going to have 3 rods on the deck. And I was like, yes, that's how you get better at that. You put some of that other stuff up and you go and use it. And that's how you get better. Those guys that hit baseballs, they hit off a tee, take ground balls. I mean, you don't just get better by playing a game. All you travel baseball guys, people, I mean, they just show up and play games. You don't get better by just playing games. You got to practice, right? Allen Iverson talking about practice. Yeah, that's right. We got to practice too as anglers, guys, okay? So you have to practice at a technique. And there's other, like I said, watch these professionals. The same stuff's not winning tournaments that was 5 years ago, 3 years ago, 6 years ago. And them anglers adapt, fish move, fish change, stuff changes, okay? Take the electronics away, okay? But they change, all right? They change. Now, I know at times they will still be caught doing some things and they're still going to go to their places, but you still have to adapt and learn as an angler. It'll make you grow as an angler, but time on the water to all that is key. So guys, let me know in the comments how much time you spend on the bodies of water throughout the year. I know for me, like I said earlier, it's been a lot. And for me, 2 years ago, the fall was terrible for me. Terrible. And then I had goals for the next fall to be better. And I say that because I coached football. I typically, before I went full-time, I wasn't fishing in the fall as much. And then all of a sudden, my first year full-time in this, I had a terrible fall. Bad fall. But then, guys, the next fall was a excellent fall. It was wonderful. A lot of it is because of that mindset I had and things I changed and things I prepared for the fall. Guys, appreciate it. Let me know what you think about the video. We will see you on the next one.